Tired of unreliable trash pickup? Choose a service you can count on. Rock Solid Waste. We provide dependable, affordable trash service for homes and small businesses with clean, professional equipment and friendly local support. When we say on time, we mean every time. Call today for a free quote at 731-420-4451. That's 731-420-4451, or visit rocksolid.com. Rock Solid Waste, taking the trash out of your worries. And now to Jerry Mack for the forecast.
All right, Karen, thanks for that. Good morning, everybody. Rock Solid Waste is a sponsor for this morning's weathercast. So, the areas you see shaded here in pink are under a winter storm warning. The areas you see shaded down here in the purple is under an ice storm warning. The ice storm warning area is a greater chance to see um, more of the higher totals for ice. Where we're at here in the winter storm warning doesn't mean we're not going to see any freezing rain, but the greater likelihood for the higher amounts are going to be in that area. So um, we're going to have a pretty impactful storm. It looks like it's going to affect West Tennessee. We are going to do a live weather briefing this afternoon, evening time frame, like we had talked about. We're going to do that. I'll get some graphics put together, um, and we'll have another little briefing and some Q&A. Maybe some of y'all have questions tonight, so we'll do a more of a Q&A. We'll have a few graphics up there just to show some of the latest data. All right, let's take a look at Futurecast this morning. This is This is a later run of this model, the latest run I have, where it goes out 48 hours. The reasons why I wanted to put this one in. So we'll get this one running this morning. So like I said, this one initializes at 1 a.m., which it is a little bit older run, but I was wanting to stick with the 48-hour run. This particular model is only an 18-hour run. It does 48 hours at different points. But just wanted to give everybody this because this I can actually show you the time. Some of the other models that I use are in the Zulu time, and I know I have to kind of show you or tell you the time. So this will kind of point out the time for you. You can kind of see during the day today, like I said, I know you see a little bit of blue over there. Just don't really pay any attention to that. We're not going to see anything. Some of that system will be already affecting Oklahoma and some of those areas back off to our west. It'll be as we get into the early morning hours, somewhere right around potentially 3 a.m. It might be a little later. I'm just saying 3 just because it looks like we do start to see some precipitation move in close to the area. Now, this stuff here you're seeing, not too for sure if that's going to actually be going on at midnight, but um, as we start to get closer to 3 a.m., we do kind of see this stuff kind of moving in. And I believe it's going to be snow to start out. That kind of makes it look like it's going to be rain. Don't believe that's going to happen. I believe we are going to see snow um, starting out. So these blues and white here, this is all snow. So again, some of the blue bands will be some of the heavier snow. Notice down to the bottom, you're kind of seeing some of this pink, orangish, reddish type stuff. That will be kind of the freezing rain, sleet. But notice we got several hours that we're dealing with just snow in West Tennessee. To the bottom, to the south, maybe won't be dealing with as much snow. But as we get north of Interstate 40, we're dealing with a lot more snow. Now we do start to see this transition over to more of a wintry mix as we start to get into Saturday. And this particular model here does stop at 12:08 at midnight because, like I said, it's a 48 hours. So I'll have a new model run to be able to show everybody tonight as we get into the live briefing. But just know this will be an ongoing thing, and we will get a lull in some of the activity, and then we'll get another burst kind of on the back end. So like 2 ways of this is what we're going to wind up. We'll see 2 ways of it. So if after this first wave pushes out and we kind of, nothing's really going on, think it's over with, we're going to have that second wave to push through. So for today, partly cloudy, cold, breezy out there. Northeast winds at 10 to 20 with gusts as high as 30. So wind chill values are probably going to be in the 20s or so today, upper 20s, just because of that wind. Um, so still going to need to bundle up. It's going to be cold if you're going to be outside today with those winds gusting up to 30. So for tonight, mostly cloudy, cold, wintry precip starting around 3 a.m. Could be a little bit later, but just I got that 3 a.m. time mark just because that's where I'm seeing that data kind of start to transition into our area. So could be a little bit later than 3 a.m., but northeast winds at 10 to 15. So it's still going to be breezy with gusts as high as 25. So it's going to feel like it's around 2 degrees with those winds and our actual temperature. And the 7 day, like I said, wintry mix there on Saturday, 100% chance. Again, we'll start out with snow and transition over to a wintry mix. Sunday, we'll have that wintry mix as well. Um, so, like I said, 2 waves. First wave on Saturday, starting out, we'll get a break probably in some of the precip, and then we'll get that second wave to move through. But look at these temperatures. I mean, we're not warming up very much at all. We're not going to get above freezing. Um, we'll be close on Wednesday, but I don't think we're going to make it there. Looking at these overnight lows are going to be frigid, going to be cold. And as we get into Thursdays, looking at some of the models, after that, and it looks like we're going to have another plunge of temperature. So, like I said, we're not going to get out of the freeze here for the whole week for sure. So, winter weather briefing tonight. We'll set it for 8 a.m. 8 a.m. 8 p.m. again tonight. We'll do a lot of Q&A stuff tonight with some graphics, but more of a Q&A session for everybody tonight. Everybody have a good day.